Greetings, my fellow earthlings. I am Saint We All. Aren't we all saints? And once we realize that we are all one, we have to realize that we are all we, the whole earth, west and east. Let me show you. I want to show you a little we sign that you folks can think about. When you look at each other's hands or look at your own hands, what does that letter look like? That looks like a W. Stands for the whole, and this is E, the whole earth, we. And this is to remind everyone, always, that we have to remember that we are one. And this whole thing is a we one. It's a we incarnation. We keep repeating ourselves, coming back into this state of existence, and then weaving, and then returning and weaving. And once we realize this and have this realization of this oneness, we wish to share this oneness with everyone. Because if all the we's realized that we were one, we wouldn't have any wars, we wouldn't have any poverty, we wouldn't have any diseases even. We would eliminate the causes of these things because we would be concerned about pollution and things that cause disease and poverty. Why should anyone be poor? It's not a question of wealth, it's a question of helping. What we need to do is work together as one. And so right now we're in the holiday seasons. I call it the Holy Days, the Holy Days. And it's a time for peaceful contemplation, joy, bliss, and happiness. But unfortunately, at this present moment, we're going through some very stressful times that we need to think about. We need to revise and change Earth. Earth is our reward. We are all living on this planet as a reminder that we're all one. This is our home. Home is H-O-M-E, H-O-M-E, here on Mother Earth. And so once we realize that we are all sharing the same home, we have to realize that we're one family. There's only one race. There's only one family. And we as the hue beings, the beings of hued light that have emanated from the same source, we all have to reach this realization, this oneness. And once we're at this reality that we create, we have to realize that we are related. We're all, to all our relations, we're all the same family. And that we collectively create reality, because it is the we all thing. And if it wasn't for we wouldn't be here. This is a reminder, in case you don't remember, that we all are one. And once we realize that we all are one, then we can love thy neighbor as thyself. Respect always, in all ways, and for always. And right now, though, we do have situations such as the climate change, the global warming. That takes a we effort. We can't do it ourselves. It's no more us and them. We can't have any separation by race. There's only one race, the hue being race. By countries of origin, this us, United States or whatever, against them, this us and them mentality. Ethnic groups, blacks against whites, Mexicans against, there's no, we're all one race. There's no separation. And then we have the disparity in the wealth, the very billionaires. I mean, it's obscene to have over $1 billion, seriously. I mean, I think Zuckerberg found that out. It's like, come on, I can't have $1 billion and not do something. Come on. Anyhow, and the poor homeless people. The homeless people need a place that they can call home. Home is here on Mother Earth. That's another we on the ground. Because once we realize that we are the whole earth, west and east, and we have to remind people, and we have to realize that we are the ones we've been waiting for. And if we don't do it, it won't get done. And if it wasn't for we wouldn't be here. And the reality that we create, the realization, is are we awesome? Are we some? And once we realize that we are the ones we've been waiting for, and it is our responsibility, we have to reunite. And we have to fight against these problems. Look at the wars that are fought over religion and all over the planet right now. We have all these major concerns that we have to deal with. Like I said, the ecology, and then the economic problems, and the country of strife. And then finally, one of the major concerns that we all face here on this planet. And once we realize that we're one, and that the me is here, everyone is me, right? The M, and here's an M. Take a look at the M, and once we realize that we are the M, and then the E is me, mass energy, Mother Earth. And once we realize that we're me, like Christ was at the me level. He said, whosoever believeth on me shall not perish. Everyone's me. I'm talking to me right now. Look into my eyes, or look into the person next to you's eyes. Who do you see? You see me. My environment, my existence. We're all me. We're all mass energy. We're all from this planet here on Mother Earth. And once we all realize this, we have this we-allization of this oneness that we've all created for ourselves, then we can reach this we union. We have what we call the we solution. Now, the we solution is to solve all these various concerns. Once we realize that we have a big planet, Earth, the plane it. We're all sharing this plane of existence. This is the planet that we're on right now. And we're going to transcend from it in a period of time, but we'll explain that later. But once we realize that we're on the planet, and that we're sharing this planet, that everything we do is interconnected. It's like the drops of an ocean. Every single drop is a member of the ocean, and the ocean is every single drop. So every single human being is part of the we all. And there's not a separate entity, the categories. Forget that 99%. We don't need 99%. We have 100%. We all one. We are one. We is not plural. There's only one we. And once we realize that we are one, and that we've reached this level of spiritual we-are-ness, we have to do something. So with the ecology, Earth is one big organism, and what happens on every part of the planet affects everything else. It's a we-cycling, and we need to regenerate the planet. We have to restore it to its higher consciousness that it is, because the planet is a living organism. It's not some separate entity. Do you think it's not alive just because it doesn't think like you do or breathe like you do? I mean, it's got huge amounts of potential energy that is not even exerted yet. But the fact is that we have to think in terms of really improving the planet. Think global we and act local we. And what we have to do is we have to start reducing. There's no need for people to be using excessive amounts of water. We're in a serious drought right now. A lot of people are still watering. It's quite a shame that we haven't reached that level. But we have to reduce driving times. Start using other transportation methods, or increase mileage on the cars, like they're speaking of, or any type of other method of transportation, bicycles. All right, we have to reuse things. We have to realize that you can wear a dress more than once, or be seen in a dress more than one time. Some people can't do that, but we have to reuse. Or if you don't want that dress, seriously, this goes to all those have-mores, or the haves and the have. If you got extra clothes, I mean, seriously, just go out and donate them to the homeless shelters. Those nice dresses and those nice pairs of pants, and then go out and buy yourself some new things. Treat yourself this year to, go out and spend on yourself, but give away what you have and get a new pair of, new suit, whatever. All right, and then we have to recycle. That's an important concept where we have to think in terms of, can we use this in another form, or we can melt it down, or combine it with some other substances. So we have to reduce, reuse, and recycle. And the whole purpose of that is to protect our natural resources. The resources, the air. I mean, does anyone really think they could own air? Come on, give me a break. This is ridiculous. We like to think, some people think the whole thing is silly or ridiculous, or sounds like Elmer Fudd, or I can't relate to what you're saying. Hey, We're all one. This is a reminder. I'm one of the bunch. I'm not any, I'm Saint we all, but we all are Saint we. And I'm actually always. But it's a reminder to realize that we need to work together. And I'm speaking from the heart now. I don't want to be a leader, a weeder of people. Everybody should weed themselves around and learn things, the knowledge, and get to know more. The now is K-N-O-W. Is if you get into the now, then you'll know what we're talking about. But anyhow, we have to move on because we talked about the ecology. We have to work together as a planet, not as separate entities. And that's what happened in the Paris Peace Conference, Paris Weather Conference, or whatever, climate change. But the point being is that we're all the countries. There's no separate countries. There's just the United Nations. Because that's the next thing we have to reach, is this realization that we, the people of the planet, the interdependence of every single soul on this planet, 100%, we need to reunite. And we have to start becoming a complete unit. And what we do is we have a peaceful, and I say peaceful, and for the most part it's going to be digital. We've said it's a positive way of doing it, because what we do is we create Manwi. And Manwi is not anything like Bitcoin. It's not anything like existing Manwi. It's basically all computerized. And the way it starts, at the beginning of the year, everybody starts out with 100,000 Manwis. And during the year, you exchange them for clothing or for transportation. Uber drivers, you pay in Manwis. And if you go to Bed Bath and Beyond, or you go to Airbnb, wherever you go, you use Manwi. And well, some places won't accept Manwi, but that's the beauty of it, because you start dealing small with farmers and with everyone else that's low on the totem pole, so to speak. And we as a people start saying, hey, this is better than bartering. I happen to need my car fixed. I'll give you some Manwi to exchange for getting the car fixed. And it's a sharing program. But at the end of the year, what we do is we all get back to zero. We don't have any carryover. We don't have people accumulating wealth from one. And this will stimulate the economy, prime the pump, the multiplier effect. If those of you familiar with economics, it's very important to get that money out there in circulation. And that's the problem with all the wealthy people, because they just sit there. They're like Scrooge McDuck. They're just sitting there diving in their money and swimming around in it. Like, what for? Money is supposed to be shared. It doesn't belong to anybody. It's a medium of exchange. It's supposed to be exchanged, not to be accumulated. So anyhow, so that is the economy. We have the treasury, and like I said, that it's the we economy. It's a very important concept. In the we fund, we don't have any bills except. And then what we have to think about next is the problem with religion. And I don't mean problem. How about the interaction that takes place between people of various religious beliefs, all believing in the same substance or same being or same entity, God? I mean, people are all fighting for God, but God has many faces, apparently. And in many places, well, they say there is not a spot where God is not. But God is everywhere. But we have to remember the true facts. This is that God is love. God is love. It's a loving God. The rest of it, the evil, the devil is lived backwards. Evil is lived backwards. Devil is lived backwards. Anything that contributes to death, the killing. Why to kill someone over what? Over oil? Why would you kill a we? Why would you kill another me? Once we realize that we're all me, the me, then we have to think in terms of the we. And once we are at the we level, this level of consciousness where we think about everyone as ourselves, we create a reality of beauty and bliss and plenty where we share. That's our slogan. And what we need to form the we party. This is something that we've been thinking about And instead of being a Democrat or a Republican or whatever, you're a we member. You're a part of the we party, the whole earth party. And it's to reunite the planet. We want to have everyone on the planet be equally treated and with respect and dignity. And we matter. Our lives matter. And we have this realization. And once we get we shirts, we have recording artists, we have to revise the way we speak. We have to have like we names, like love we or smile we or hap we or you know, anything with a we in it. So if you're out there, we want you to add a we somehow to your name. Or you could just get rid of all your old name. You know, maybe you're tired of being yourself. And you want to have a restart. You want to be invigorated, and you're finally able to free yourself into this reality. And so what we want to do is we want to put you in a position of being able to do that by renaming yourself. But we also want to have the concept of the we legion of love. And once again, with everybody a we member, this is a reminder again, this is a repeat. We have to have a rebirth, revival, and a we all surrection of the we all Messiah. And this is we as us. And we are the ones we've been waiting for. And if we don't do it, it won't get done. And here's a couple ways. Remember that we have the we sign, but here's another way of looking at we. And I hope we see this when you can do this. This is, what does this look like? What letter? This is a W, right? W stands for whole earth. And this is a E, and that stands for we, the whole earth. And once we remember this, it's a very repetitive thing. You say, well, he sounds like this guy, look at it, he's on the TV, television, and he's talking like Elmer Fudd. He's got this wisp or something. No, we are doing the we, intentional we, because we have to. Otherwise, we have people that are off on this tangent. They're into, well, let me explain one of the greatest problems in the world today, is the fact that we have people like ourselves, I'm talking to me out there, and we realize that we are it, the infinite totality. Like now you see it, now you don't. And what it is, it's the infinite, and once we realize that we are it, we are we-its, but we also realize that all the me's, everyone out there in television land and walking around that never even seen this show or anything, is it too. Because we all are it. And that's the we-its. And we are the ones that we've been waiting for. Because you have to reach a level, the we level of consciousness. We're looking for recruits, for we members. You can either be a loser or you can be a wiener. And the wieners are the people that realize that we are one. And we have like big parties and we have get-togethers, and always are invited. We don't have any separation by any divisions. We have the one we legion of love. Everybody's a we member. We have the we economy. We have the Republic of Earth, the we United Nations. We don't have any, we're all we men. We don't have divisions by, as I say, race, religion, ethnic status, country of origin, religion, sexual preference, or lack thereof. I had a friend that was, he was a nomosexual. He just said it was too much of a hassle. He was a nomosexual. But anyhow, the fact is that we are all thinking in terms of reaching this oneness together. It's our purpose. That's why we're here. And once we are at that we level, it's difficult to go back into different levels. I mean, once you see everybody as we, and they're not always going to agree with you, but what we do is we try to, and I said the wrong thing, we want to get rid of the concept of you. We want to get rid of you. I think you are the ones that we've been waiting for. No, you causes a lot of problems, and not that it's something you did on purpose, but you is always a separation. You know, I hate you, or you beat me up, or I'm going to hit you, or boo-boo, I don't like you, or you're selfish, or you're not nice. But if I say, hey, Me. I'm talking to me out there. Every one of us are me. Mass energy, mother. And I love me. I love all the me's. And me will never, I'm not going to hurt me. I'm not going to hit me. I'm not going to blame me. I love me. And once we realize that everyone is me out there, then we are the we-its. And once we realize that, then we are the ones that we have been waiting for. But the problem, and I don't explain it so briefly or briskly, but the problem is the half we-its. Because we as its realize everyone else is it, and they as think they're it, and that no one else is it. So we have to remind them that we're all brothers, we're all family, we're all related, we're creating reality. This is a reality show. It's called Earth, and we're all we members, and we have to share that realization. You know, I've done a couple shows already on YouTube, and you can see them. One of them is called All About It, and the other one is Professor of Etology. But they have some, I'll give you a couple of the high points. Like Professor of Etology, I'll give you a brief rundown, because I want to talk about it a little bit. Because it is something that more and more people are beginning to reach, the it level. Because what we do is we go from the me level to the we level to the I level. Now the I level is when the third eye opens. Now I don't know if we are familiar with the we eyes. Because once we reach this eye level, it's sea level, when we reach a level of consciousness, if two people will look into each other's eyes, they will see a third eye that appears right in between. Try this with if someone is in home with you. Get really close. First of all, look into their eyes and see if there's a me. Can you see me in there? And then you have to think in terms of we. And you can actually see we if you look deep enough. And that's what the we eyes is. And once we realize, we reach the we level, the sea level, that all of us are at I level. And all those in favor say I, because the eyes have it. Because this is the we eyes. And once we reach the I level, the next level is the it level. It's like it goes up through the energy, flows up, opens up the third eye, and you become into this fountain of light that's radiating this pure light energy, and that's it. See the I and the T, and this is the I and the T. It's the infinite totality, because we all came from it. People have different names for it. God, Buddha, Allah, the Great Spirit, the Force, whatever you want to call it. But it's love. It's the radiation of light energy that we all share. And that we have done it all over again, and it's a creation of this. It's like the Big Bang Theory. Now, we've talked about, I'm sure you've heard about the Big Bang Theory. At one time, well, let's not even go that far. You might say, oh, what if you believe in Adam and Eve? Then we're all related. We all came from the same source. What about in Africa, there was Aborigine, Eve, they call her, one of the first beings on this planet. But let's even go back further, because even they had to evolve from infinite totality space of it, and they were pulsating as light energy. And as this it, this Big Bang, you know, at one time we're all globules of light energy, all grouped together. And what we want to do is we're doing it, we're getting it on, but finally, we separate from it, right, IT, as... What's this letter here? There's the M. And me, mass and energy. We all want to be separate entities. So he said, heck with this. I'm tired of, this is too close. I don't like being around that person. As we did it, right? We created something very important. And I want everyone to kind of see and take your time now. What did we do? We created something without which we probably wouldn't be here, but we would be here, because by separating from it, right, the IT, as we came around from it, turns into TI, and then as mass and energy, we created, one more time, everybody got it? T-I-M-E, time. And time is of the essence, because we all came from it, the infinite totality. And we all came down here to Earth as me, mass and energy. We all kind of agreed to come on this plane and start sharing and being here as existing. You know, we had no other choice, because our molecules, our DNA did not ascend. The point was that we We're part of the mass. And as the mass migrated, DNA came from different sources, and we all have been globbed together. We're all part of this infinite mass migration of energy from the primordial mass, seas into beautiful essence of beings that we've created ourselves. But it's time. Time is, and so this is the plan it, though, because we all came from it, and we have a desire to go back to it. I mean, that's something that we want to, not so much exactly, but we enjoy being around other WEADs. And once we realize this, that we have, if we're going to get everything together, we have to have a plan. We have the plan it, and that's why we're on the planet Earth. And what we're going to do is we're going to unite. We want to get together as one people. And that's what we're doing. We're uniting and sharing and celebrating and being one with each other. And we also want to reach the summit. This is the peak, the high point. We not only want to be with people, we want to be having a good time with people. I mean, you can be with someone, but you have to realize that we are all in this thing together, and that we want to create a peaceful planet here. So in order to do it, we have to remind people that we're all one. Go around weaving to people. You give them the high we. You use your left hand instead of the high five, you give them the high we, and you give them a little hug on the side. And this is something that we can remind people in case they don't remember. This is very important because we need to reunite. Think global we, act local we. This is repetitive in some ways, but it's a reminder that we all are one. And unless we do it, we have to start working together. Instead of us and them, it's we. It's always, all different kind of ways, for always, for forever. And everything is for we. We want to reach a level where we're sharing and caring and being in a blissful place, and especially during the holy days. This is the holy days. And we have to remember that we are one family, and we all love each other, and we all want to have fun. We love to party. We have a good time. We're going to form the We Party. We are thinking about becoming, don't forget, we're running for vice president. And it's something they're going to have to, I'll even be for the Republicans, just a universal vice president, just somebody that replaces them in case, and therefore we'll never get rid of them. But no, seriously, we want people to begin to love each other more, and to respect and to enjoy each other always, for always. And once we reach this we level, it's really beautiful that we can just go around weaving to people and reminding them that we are the ones that we've been waiting for. And it's wonderful. Until we meet again, and you can go to YouTube, write yourself at AOL.com if you want to become a recruit or a We member of the We Party. But remember, we're going to have the We Party. We have our slogan is, we love the party and we already won, because we are one. And we are the wieners and the ones that we've been waiting for. So until we meet again, happy trails and happy holy days, and a happy new we are, because that's a chance when we can renew ourselves and we can all share that reality together as one. Happy new we are. All right? Bye-bye.